And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively, but where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. But giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
He's got the ability to do damage inside and out. SGA's not going to miss that.
Here's Halliburton. Pass to Nembhard. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Thunder foul.
And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. In recent years, Brent, we've seen Oklahoma City turn into a contender simply by developing their own young talent.
Yep, blocks on sticks, on bricks, on blocks, and that's what they've done. They have not signed a free agent, big-name guy. They built from within. They built an incredible roster by drafting well and fostering the growth of these young players, along with the coach who has given them a lot of belief. It's been pretty magical in OKC.
Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a two-pointer. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
How smooth was that as Gilgeous-Alexander just rising up that time. Great pace.
Here's Halliburton. Indiana again missing.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Now here's Holmgren. Lays it up and banks it in.
And great job from Holmgren. I like when he shows confidence attacking inside.
Here's Halliburton. And finished off by Halliburton.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Now, here's Siakam. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Buries the long-range jumper.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Well, Brent, we had to wait a year for it, but Chet Holmgren had an incredible rookie season.
And I don't think any talent evaluator is surprised at the way that Chet came in his first year and was able to contribute and sometimes dominate in the ways that he did. So coming back healthy, making that immediate impact, Chet Holmgren is going to be a superstar in this league.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Chet Holmgren has a slender frame, but he's determined to still protect the rim. Coach Daigneault said he'll get dunked on 10 straight times if that's what the game calls for. He paused and then added, he won't actually get dunked on 10 straight times. He's going to get a couple of those, too. Kevin, he certainly will.
I agree. David, he is fearless.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And a wide-open look for Siakam. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Oklahoma City leading by 5. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
Now, here's Halliburton. There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter, and he gets it to go from the high post.
Tyrese feels like kind of an old school player. He's got some flavor to his game and loved the mid-range that time.
Hits the three-point bomb. Williams has got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Thunder.
guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Pass to Turner. Back to Halliburton. Pocket 6. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Again, Indiana. 7 seconds left in the first quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a true. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter there. Team is pumped up.
And so. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Thunder, guys.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. Here's Mathurin. No good on the quick 3. Over the course of a season, each team takes on a certain personality. Brent, do coaches try to shape that personality based on their roster?
Well, Kevin, it's a great question, and I think the best coaches in our league adapt to the personality of the team as it starts to formulate throughout the season. You lean in to what guys naturally are. Some success comes with that.
He gets it in there. Shepard's got his first basket.
To leave a guy like that wide open from range, big mix-up.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Here's Caruso. And it's Mathurin with the rebound. And here is Toppin. To the middle. Here's McConnell. Mathurin with the ball. Just 5 on the clock. And McConnell gets it to go.
I kind of like playing in the rec league. Little to no defense on that possession. And the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
Wallace, good.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
Now here's Wallace. For 3, Mitchell. They get the rebound. Here's Caruso. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Caruso's got the lead up to 8 now for the Thunder. Here's McConnell. Off target with his 3. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. The 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot. Again, his teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
Here's McConnell. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
A different look for Oklahoma City. 2 shots. He hits both from the stripe. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Oklahoma City leading by 8. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And more often than not, Gilgeous-Alexander would pass on that shot, but he drains it this time.
Brent, it seems like throughout his career, Gilgeous-Alexander has an answer to whatever the defense might throw at him.
Well, the defenses don't have answers to stop him, Kevin. I know that. This guy is so quick with the basketball. He's so good at adapting on the fly with the ball, getting around the initial defender to make plays. Superstars have that quality. SGA has it in spades.
DJ McConnell. And good that time. McConnell's got 10.
All the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
And you just see that burst. Gilgeous-Alexander, hard to catch him once he gets that first step.
Now, here's McConnell. 10 points for him. Outside Mathurin. Pass to Toppin. 5 on the clock. Back to Mathurin. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
Well, you got to be careful around SGA. He's got those quick hands, and he's ready to pick pockets.
There's 53 seconds left in the first half of the game. Driving the lane. And Toppin throws it down.
And how used to the dunk is Obi Toppin. He had 190 in his 2 years in college. That's a ridiculous number.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. Brett, there can't be any question now that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has arrived as an NBA superstar.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, you finish in the top 3 of MVP voting. That is a stamp of approval. SGA, one of the more feared players in the game, and this guy is on his way.
Indiana moving the ball around. And the 3 ball is good. Nemard's got his first 3 points of the game. Oklahoma City leading by 6. Halliburton. And finished off by Halliburton.
Athleticism showing off here for Halliburton. He gets where he needs to be. Nice job on that drive.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one a minute.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And we'll be back with you shortly. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Pacers trailed by 6. Here's Nesmith. Still scoreless. Halliburton looking around. That doesn't go either for Halliburton. And here are the Thunder now. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a 2-pointer. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
And we're all too familiar with these kind of outbursts from SGA.
Halliburton drives in. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, GA?
Thanks, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton has become the face of the Pacers franchise. He says they've done a great job of allowing me to spread who I am and how I play throughout the organization. Guys and the coaches have adapted to that. Good things are happening. I want us to be the best team in the league. Kevin, he's certainly taking them in the right direction.
David, I'm infatuated with this guy as you are. He does so much at such a young age. Man, the sky's the limit. He's listed at 6'5", but Brent, Jalen Williams seems so much bigger than that on the floor.
Yeah, Kevin, one of those guys that has more presence on the floor than the measurements you look at on paper. This guy plays bigger. He's got a great frame. He's got great strength. He's got great poise. And there are a lot of people who are going to recognize just how talented Jalen is.
Siakam inside the three-point line. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Outside Williams. Pass to Hartenstein. Shot clock at 6. Holmgren wide open. Nailed from three-point land. Holmgren's got 5 now.
And with that threat of the outside jumper, Holmgren generates space for this offense.
Here's Halliburton. That shot no good. Good D by Gilgeous Alexander. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. No good there off the double clutch.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Here's Dort. That one goes. Count it. And now it's a 12-point Thunder lead.
And Dort has a nose for the bucket.
Lets it go with a three. Drops in the tray.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Indiana making some changes. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. There's Williams. The Pacers pull it in. Now McConnell. He's got 10. Pass to Shepard. Wide open look. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. The Thunder leading by 7. Left side Williams. Three-pointer. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Williams has got himself on the board with 3 there.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
And then Toppin with the jam.
And Toppin getting a little bit fancy with the throwdown that time.
Mitchell outside. A three-pointer off the mark. Pacers trailed by 8. On the wing, Mathurin. Pass to McConnell. Fires for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. McConnell's got 13 points.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off. So why not? Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Here's Bryant. And the dunk by Bryant.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Inside. And it's Williams finishing it off.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
3 points.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
Seems to be taking it on his shoulders aggressively to shrink this lead. They really needed those points.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Shepard, that's good.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. "19 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Mitchell outside. Pass to Williams. Wallace with the ball. With 2 seconds left. And no good. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Thunder lead by 1. And for 2K. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Halliburton with the steal. It balls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for Indiana.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals being active with their hands and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
Oklahoma City trailing, and is going to get whistled for that foul. Gee, that was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Poked away. Caruso with the steal. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
And he makes the first. And so Caruso nails both of them. Here's Indiana. Down low. And stolen by Wallace. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Drops in the tray off the fast break. And the Thunder lead by 3. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Thunder.
I like their defense today, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Both shots good from the stripe.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Spins. Baseline jumper. The rebound by Shepard. So it's the Pacers now. They trail by 1. And the wide open shot from McConnell. Drains the three-pointer. McConnell's got 19 points.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
During that last break, Coach Mark Daigneault talked to his team. Now, he's not pleased with the perimeter game on both sides of the ball. He told his guys, we aren't working hard enough out there. We need to shut down the perimeter on defense, and on offense, we have to focus from good to great. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. Captain Emhart. Corner shot. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist. Nemhard's got the lead up to 4 now for the Pacers. Outside, Dort. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 8 for 15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Now, here's Halliburton. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Halliburton picks him up. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pacers with the rebound.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
That's good from Nesmith.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
Pacers leading by 3. Halliburton outside. Pass to Nesmith. Back to Halliburton. 4 on the shot clock. Takes the 3. Doesn't go for him.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second. Seems like Gilgeous-Alexander's next shot is never far off. He can get the bucket they need.
Halliburton outside. Pass to Siakam. Back to Halliburton. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Already in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league.
Just 2 to shoot. And that one drops. 15 points for Tyrese Halliburton.
And Halliburton looks absolutely unfazed by the moment.
Oh, and the jam by Williams.
Just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Halliburton right side. And Halliburton slams it in.
And Halliburton, if he gets that little runway, he'll show you how athletic he can be.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's in there. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 22.
Say it with me now. S-G-A. Get it done.
And a wide open look for Halliburton. And he's good on the 3 ball. And the Pacers lead by 4. To the paint. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Dort wide open. Got it. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Halliburton right side. Yes!
Now he's coming to the NBA, making an impact, and he's making one right here in a big-time moment.
And here are the Thunder now. Up top, Gilgeous-Alexander. The wide open look here for Hartenstein. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Screen by Hartenstein. And they commit an intentional foul. Let's see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And he commits the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
Breathe easy now. The biggest free throws in the game, and he's coming through.
Time call here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. 3 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
Yeah, this is the classic too little, too late. The effort coming and not enough time for them to get back in it.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. In terms of strategy here, any thoughts?
And only one choice here. They need a 3. I'm sure he's going to sub in all of his best shooters. Under 2 seconds remaining. It has to be a catch-and-shoot 3 if they hope to tie it.
So a close game sees Indiana take this one. This win, such a